you hear? They say Thanos burnt down an entire village because not everyone volunteered for the war against evil.
The cowardly heroes destroyed the bridge before the malicious evil's army could march over it. Wimps. Now, another way would have to be found.
Ha! You won't stop me that easily, you wusses. I defeated Thanos. Oh, okay, I just escaped from him, but a couple of rocks will be child's play.
Thanos allegedly destroyed the city of Cathar, or something like that, because he feared that the inhabitants were contaminated.
The ready-to-sacrifice evil had reached a thingy site. This is where the grave golem had to be brought. The catastrophe-causing evil had reached a thingy site. This is where the ogre had to be brought.
My brother-in-law wrote to me that Thanos burned all the fields in the south so that the peasants would no longer be distracted by their work and fight for him as soldiers instead.
The grave golem ritual began once it and Thalya had taken their respective places. Naturally, the ritual magically attracted a number of stone guards. They streamed in to stop the ritual, permanently.
We're not going to let that scare us. Go, defend us! Hold the line, throw cotton balls at them.
The grave golem viewed its coming death through the ritual with equanimity. As an undead, it was used to dying, so what fear should a lasting death hold?
New power flows through me. I could easily lead Zerg! Whatever Zerg are.
The ritual began. It would take some time, naturally coinciding with an attack by a few stone guards. Some coincidence, eh?
Damn level designer. Go crush the stone guards flat. Protect the ogre. Hit him with a left hook. Oh, and protect me too, please.
The ogre once again looked puzzled, for it obviously did not realize that the ritual would end with its death. Well, everyone on the side of evil is just that little bit more dispensable.
I feel new power flowing through me! Ah! Now I'll defeat Thanos with ease.
Thalya and the Pit Fiend stood ready for the ritual. Unfortunately, so did some stone guards who had gotten wind of the whole thing.
No problem. There'll be child's play for us. And by us, I mean the creatures, because I'll be busy with the ritual. Go. Take them down. Paddle their asses. Step on their toes.
Thanos supposedly sank all the ships in the Northern Fleet so that they couldn't flee.
The Pit Fiend rattled one last damn Gandalf or something like that, and then died as part of the ritual. Amusing, considering that we used a ritual to summon him in the first place. Sweet Alanis might be better advised to look at that the next time she writes a song about irony. The ritual was complete. New power flowed through Thalya. In addition, she also learned a new, highly useful skill. The Frost Nova.
Frost Nova? Sounds pretty cool to me. But how is that supposed to help me against Thanos?
This was particularly interesting because Thanos mainly used fire. Cold as a countermeasure for fire. Perfect.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Frost Nova, yay! Fine. What do we do now?
Of course, Thalya immediately began to test her newly acquired skill on the wall of fire to the northeast. By whatever strange set of circumstances applies in these situations, it proved to be the ideal test object.
All right, I know what to do. Right, I'm gonna freeze that thing, put out those flames, blow out their candle. Ooh, ah! Hey, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
With this stolen gag, Thalya cast her newly acquired Frost Nova. The effect was tremendous and covered a large area in ice. The wall of fire had been destroyed and opened a route to a hero army camp coincidentally located there.
More training objects. Excellent. Time to break the ice.
Thalya had extensively tested her newly acquired skills on the Mount Destiny army camp.
Yep. Good thing it was there. These occasional coincidences.
Now she was ready. It was time for the final battle against Thanos, to decide once and for all whether good or evil would triumph.
Then again, Thanos wasn't all that good anymore either. I mean, he burnt a lot of things and people.
Yes, apparently Thanos had internalized his Machiavelli. But okay, fine, then it was time to decide once and for all whether evil or the evil that thinks it's good would triumph.
Exactly, let's go. Thanos, get yourself some extra underwear.
Everything has an end. It was time. After her training, Thalya was now ready to face Thanos in the final battle and defeat him. As if.
The evil is near, my faithful. It is now up to us to destroy this repugnant, repulsive vermin. Victory or defeat, life or death. Today is the final battle between good and evil. Follow me!
Look, can we please revisit this? I mean, you destroyed some of our villages and towns.
You burnt my house down because we couldn't provide any more food for the army.
What? You question me? I am the paladin of good. Die, traitors! Death to all who stand in my way! Good will triumph!
Looks like Thanos doesn't have all his marbles anymore. Under the circumstances, not all that evil after all, Evil's army had reached the ruins of what was once Stormbreeze.
Ha! I don't need subjects with free will. I can summon hosts of dead heroes back from Valhalla!
Again. Somehow, it seemed as though Thanos' magic was now much weaker than before. Presumably, his portals would not be as strong this time, and were therefore vulnerable.
Now it's all or nothing. Time to kick those pseudo-good-doers' arses. Right, let's get a dungeon built, raise an army, and then show him who's wearing the pants in the family.
You do know you're wearing a dress.
Oh, just shut it, narrator. Attack!
My walls of fire will turn everything evil to ashes.
Walls of fire, Walls of fire. Let me think. I just did something with one of those.
Last mission? Ritual in the mountains? New skill? Ring a bell?
Oh, right! My Frost Nova!
Thalya had destroyed one of the firewalls with her powerful Frost Nova. Alarmed, even more heroes poured through the portals into the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Evil will never win. Every story ends with good winning out, and so will this one. The goddess will lead me to victory and destroy all evil. Gates of Valhalla, open! Heroes, come forth and destroy the vermin!
Tanos relied on his tried and tested tricks and opened a portal to Valhalla, from which heroes of days past would soon pour forth.
Defend the dungeon, build traps, sharpen your weapons, and read a good book on dungeon defense. Orders.
The all-destroying evil had destroyed the portal in the underground. There would be no more heroes entering its dungeon that way.
Thalya, you traitor! I will purge your soul and surrender you to the purifying flames. Fight and die for good! I command you!
Yeah. Well, we don't want to just rush in. Maybe we could negotiate.
In a few moments, several portals would open to Valhalla. The reckless evil was only slightly troubled. Tanos conjured a blazing wall of fire, which sped towards the heroes. Would Thalya save them? The good-hearted evil took pity on the heroes and instructed Thalya to save them from certain death. In thanks, they willingly joined the no longer all that evil evil's ranks.
Why open just one portal to Valhalla when I could create several at once?
The daring evil had made short work of the portals in the underground, as one would expect of a supervillain.
Evil will never triumph here. The goddess is on my side, disgusting scum! Forwards, you worms! Fight for me in the name of all that is good and die for the goddess!
But I have a wife and children.
You dare to disagree? You'll pay for that. May the fire of the goddess cleanse you!
Ouch!
Oh, true, you sons of Rohan! I mean, you sons of faith! Together, we will throw back the evil for the good! You will never defeat me! Never! You hear? The goddess is with me!
Yes, that was it. With a gurgling rattle, Tanos hit the ground. The victorious evil was, well, victorious. I had doubts at the start, but somehow you actually managed to do it. Okay, we turned the difficulty way down, but hey, just kidding. Awesome job. Wow, you really earned yourself the ending sequence.
Can I say something too?
If there's nothing I can do to prevent it.
That was outstanding. Oh, we sure showed Tanos who's who. Victory!
Well, enough breaking the fourth wall already. Not that there's much left of that anyway. On to the ending video. Thalya had done it. She had finally defeated Tanos once and for all in an epic battle. and destroyed him. This time, there was no one to theatrically mourn his death. Well, theoretically his foster daughter, of course, but she seemed to be more interested in kicking his corpse, and I think that's all we need to know. Evil had triumphed. The kingdoms had been reduced to ashes, and the do-gooders were scattered to the winds. That, or dead. Thalya had done an extremely effective job of destruction on her tour through the land. The serene evil leaned back contentedly on its throne and ordered a little snot to bring it an ice-cold drink and perhaps one of those delectable little unicorn-on-a-stick things. The dad could wait until tomorrow, for today was for celebration. All of the creatures were happy about the victory and began to dance about. First, the little snots, then the demons and the undead. Finally, even the ogre played, and wait, the ogre's playing? No! But as exuberant as things were here, the atmosphere on the sacred mountain was depressed. Not only had the goddess lost her servant Thanos, but a whole continent had fallen into the claws of evil as well. She couldn't simply sit still and watch this any longer. Something had to be done. Everything has an end. It was time. After her training, Thalya was now ready to face Thanos in the final battle and defeat the shadow of absolute evil. The shadow of absolute evil had crossed the sea and now sought the chosen target, a dark elf named Thalya. Everything has... The shadow of absolute evil. The shadow of absolute evil had crossed the sea and now sought the chosen target, a dark elf named Thalya. A long, long time ago, the absolute evil had, in the famous predecessor to this game, subjugated the known world and defeated good. Now, in a world full of blackness and despair, it spent its days sipping cocktails from the skulls of its enemies and forging new plans over a grilled unicorn kebab. Unfortunately, there wasn't much left to forge. A few orc wedges, the occasional trick played on the little snots. There just wasn't anything left to conquer. As the weeks and months passed, the absolute evil grew ever more reticent and seclusive. From time to time, one could hear a slight murmur from the depressed evil's super-secret laboratory in the depths of the dungeon. Its creatures grew more worried with each passing day, and even started to miss its ingenious evil tricks. It was a somewhat confusing time for them. No beatings, no torture, and no being sent to a senseless death. On the other hand, it was a rather nice change. Eons passed, and the unicorn supply dwindled until suddenly, one wonderful day, the evil genius evil joyfully burst from its super-secret laboratory. It finally had a new goal. An unknown continent, as often found in sequels, lay to the east, sheltered from the wicked evil by naught but a puny little ocean. It immediately had a fleet built, This was so powerful that it covered